I will enroll in the master's program at Lovisenberg diakonale høgskole, Oslo, thinking it would be a dream come true, an opportunity to further my education and enhance my skills in intensive care nursing. Oh, how naive I was. As I embarked on this journey, I was met with a harsh reality. The program was a complete and utter disappointment. It was as if they were taking advantage of us students, exploiting our desire to learn and grow. Georgian Eriksson's words echoed in my mind. Kan pa ingen mate anbefale masterlapet deres I intensive psychplay. For en userio skole. I couldn't agree more. How could an institution so blatantly neglect their duties? From the onset, it was clear that the program was understaffed and poorly managed. The professors seemed disinterested, as if they were simply going through the motions. The lack of enthusiasm was contagious, and soon I found myself feeling unmotivated and disconnected from the course material. It was like they were sucking the passion out of me, leaving me a hollow shell of my former self. The coursework itself was a joke. It was as if they were trying to cram as much information as possible into our brains without any regard for our understanding or retention. The classes were overcrowded and the resources were scarce. I felt like I was fighting for scraps, competing with my peers for the attention of the professors. It was a cutthroat environment where only the strongest survived. Aine Eskayerret's reviews resonated deeply with me. She didn't bother to leave a comment, but her silence spoke volumes. It was as if she was saying, I am so disappointed. I don't even know where to begin. I felt her pain, her frustration, her sense of betrayal. We were promised a quality education, but what we got was a watered-down, mediocre experience. The worst part was the lack of support. When I struggled, when I needed guidance, there was no one to turn to. The professors were inaccessible, uncaring, and unresponsive. It was as if they had better things to do than help their students. I felt abandoned, left to fend for myself in a sea of uncertainty. I began to question my decision to enroll in the program. Was it worth the financial burden, the emotional toll, the sacrifice of my time and energy? The answer was a resounding no. I was investing in an institution that didn't invest in me. As I reflect on my experience, I am filled with a sense of sadness, of loss, of betrayal. I thought I was getting a quality education, but what I got was a cheap imitation. Lovisenberg diakonale høgskole, Oslo. You failed me. You failed Aine Eskayerret. You failed Georgian Eriksson. You failed us all. I ask you, dear audience, what do you think? Have you...
Welcome to our exploration of the business landscape surrounding the Lovisenberg diakonale høgskole in Oslo. As we delve into the local commerce, one can't help but feel a peculiar blend of disenchantment and intrigue. Let's embark on a journey through the reviews and experiences that paint a vivid, if not slightly somber, picture of what travelers might encounter. In the shadow of the Lovisenberg diakonale høgskole, the Storo store center stands as a beacon of commerce, yet it seems to be shrouded in a veil of dissatisfaction. Patrons lament the mall's unremarkable selection of stores, akin to a repetitive echo of the city center's offerings. The labyrinthine layout and exorbitant parking fees leave a sour taste, reminiscent of a maze designed to disorient and ensnare the weary shopper. One wonders if the architects were perhaps aspiring maze designers rather than retail visionaries. Venturing further, we stumble upon the Wells Spa Hotel, a place that promises tranquility yet delivers a cacophony of discontent. Guests speak of a night's rest so elusive it might as well be a mirage, with beds that resemble clouds of granite and sheets that serenade with the melody of crinkling paper. The spa, touted as a sanctuary, is ironically a bastion of overcrowding and acoustic disturbances, where serenity is as scarce as a silent sauna on a busy weekend. As we navigate the culinary offerings near the Høgskole, Tunko emerges as a source of gastronomic grief. Reviews whisper tales of flavors in hiding and portions that play a game of peekaboo, leaving diners in a state of bewildered hunger. The prices, much like the food, are a flight of fancy reaching heights that would make even the most seasoned economist question the value of a kroner. Kuro Oslo, a cafe that promises the warmth of a freshly brewed cup, instead serves a bitter brew of indifference. Patrons report an atmosphere where the milk is frothy, but the service is as cold as an Oslo winter. The art of coffee, it seems, has been overshadowed by the art of neglect, leaving a lingering aftertaste of disappointment. In the realm of nightlife, the Villa Oslo dancing stands as a monument to the art of exclusion. Here, the bouncers are the gatekeepers to an elusive world, where the criteria for entry are as clear as a Nordic fog. The promise of a memorable evening is often overshadowed by the reality of long queues and arbitrary rejections, leaving would-be revelers out in the cold, both literally and figuratively. In conclusion, travelers to the area surrounding the Lovisenberg diakonale høgskole should tread with caution, armed with the knowledge that the business landscape is a mosaic of missed opportunities and shattered illusions. It is a place where the pursuit of perfection is met with the stubbornness of reality, and where the promise of luxury is often veiled in the guise of necessity. To those who venture near the høgskole, I offer this advice: approach with an open mind, a sturdy wallet, and the understanding that not all that glitters is gold. And remember, in the heart of Oslo, even the simplest pleasures can be wrapped in the enigma of the north.
You know, it's kind of ironic, isn't it? We come to these beautiful places, like around Lovisenberg diakonale høgskole in Oslo, expecting to find picture-perfect moments and whatnot. But the truth is, not everything glitters like the streets of Frogner. So, I've been looking into these stories, these little secrets that the charming storefronts near Lovisenberg diakonale høgskole don't want you to know. There's this one tale about a shop in Frognerveien, not far from the school, where someone was sly enough to convince a person to hand over their bank card. I mean, seriously, who does that? The victim probably felt so violated, you know. And the thief, they might have gotten away with it for a while. But I like to think that karma is a thing, and they got caught. It's just wrong to take advantage of someone's trust like that. Then, there's this other story about a grocery chain around Oslo, including in the West Side, where they've been accused of charging more at the register than what's on the labels. Can you imagine? You trying to budget your trip, and then you hit with this unexpected expense. The customers must have felt cheated, and I wouldn't be surprised if some of them took their business elsewhere after that. I hope they did, because that's just not fair. And don't get me started on the bait and switch tactics at some sports and electronic stores. They lure you in with these amazing deals, only to tell you at the last minute that the item is suddenly sold out, and then push something double the price. It's like, come on, give me a break. You think the people working there would feel guilty, you know? I mean, how do they sleep at night, tricking tourists who just want to enjoy their time in Oslo? Lastly, The whole Black Friday price trickery in central Oslo shops is just another level of deceptive. They hike up prices before the sale to make the discounts look bigger. It's like they think we all just silly enough to fall for it. I bet the tourists who fell for that felt really stupid, and rightly so. They should be angry. I hope they learned their lesson and spread the word, so others don't get fooled. It's really disheartening to see these things happening, especially in such a lovely area near Lovisenberg, diakonale, høgskole. It makes you wonder, what's the point of putting up a friendly face if you're just going to stab someone